Okay, let's finish up this introductory lesson on discipleship groups with this last video by reviewing the group commitment. We already saw this in the first video. The group commitment, first of all, the leader commits to pray for and biblically guide the members of the group, just like Jesus did. Jesus cared for, he pastored his discipleship group, and that's the general idea for the leader. That's the leader's commitment to the group members. The group members then commit to participate with a heart to learn. Again, it's important if the members don't want to do this or don't feel like that they're ready for this, then they should say that. Jesus says that you should consider the cost, and that he didn't force anyone to follow him, and a group leader can't force the members to participate in this group. But if they do participate, they should do it with a heart to learn for that period of time. And of course, the recommended commitment period is 3 months, and it could go beyond that. And we'll talk more about that if you get into your group. At the end of your group period, we'll talk a little bit about what the next options are, the next steps are. So that's the basic group commitment. And in a minute here, we'll let you hit pause and talk a little bit about this commitment if you have any questions about it. But remember that the biblical guidance is most of the time is going to come from that rednotes.org website. There's all kinds of stuff there. So let's take a minute to discuss some of the series that are available online for your group so that you can make a decision about what you want to do moving forward. So there's the biblical truth section, and that whole section is about teaching truth, theological truth. So you can check out that section. There's group studies on the book of Galatians, for example, or on doctrinal issues for Christianity. Whatever, many groups need to pull some stuff over this 3-month period from that section. There's also the everyday life section, and that is really meant more for helping you to apply this truth. So maybe there's devotional stuff on there. There's stuff on bigger issues for couples or for men or for women or for students or whatever. So check out some of those series that are available as well. And then there's the featured section, and that includes the central series called Foundations. Foundations is really important. If your group has never taken Foundations, that definitely should be part of your group over this next 3 months. Your group should get into that foundation study at some point because it lays out the basic message of the gospel, and it lays out what we believe are the 10 important principles for living your life in Christ. And then there's also a Bible reading, a New Testament reading plan at the end of that foundation series. So you can check out all those series that are available at rednotes.org. And here's what I encourage you to do now. Hit pause as a group now that you're finishing up for today and talk about the series options that interest you. Maybe take a look at rednotes.org. And what you should do is talk a little bit about that. What are some of the needs that you have as a group? What are some of the gaps in your understanding of the Bible that you need to fill in? Or maybe just some everyday life issues that you struggle with that you want to grow in over these next 3 months. Talk about that for a while, and then the group leader should pick the series to begin next week. Okay, so that's the group leader's job here at the end of today. And then the others should take up to a week to decide about whether you want to join the group or not. Maybe many of you are ready to say, let's do it. Maybe some of you need a little bit of time this week to pray and think about it, because it's a commitment. It's important that you make this commitment for at least this initial 3-month period. So talk a little bit about that right now as a group. Hit pause, discuss that for a while, and then make sure that before you leave today that you close in prayer. The group leader is going to probably want to close with a prayer and take some prayer requests down. So why don't you do that? And hopefully we'll see you next week in one of these other series.